Hey, what is up, all you beautiful people? My name is Mahia, and I am your blind guide, and I want to talk to you about an update and a new project. So, the first thing I want to talk to you guys about is Volt INU. Now, what they're doing, I've talked about a little bit before, but one of the first things they were doing, they paid over 26. I'm not sure what the current number is by the time you see this video. 26 different electric bills that people have had, which is huge because, I mean, you guys know how high electric bills can get. So I think that's awesome. Plus, just giving back to the community and helping out. And then they also have a play to earn game in which you can race on behalf of whatever project you have, whatever project you're invested in. And then from that, the winner of it gets a buyback and a burn again to whatever project they have. So that is awesome. That's going to bring so many different communities in. One for the burn and buyback, but two is going to introduce them to Volt INU and to the Volt INU community. So I think that is very cool that they're doing that. And then the next big thing I want to touch on about them, they've been doing trying to get the word out there a little different than other cryptocurrencies, really thinking outside the box. So the Asian Texas food festival was sponsored by Volt INU, which is going to have about 5,000 people or so attend that are going to get introduced into Volt INU. So I think that is really cool. Also in Park City, which is a more wealthy vacation type place in America, they donated 100,000 paper bags from their bakery. Not even really donate because this is a project they're sponsoring, but so there's going to be 100,000 different paper bags that are going to have like Volt INU on it. I'm assuming a picture of Volt INU, the dog. Maybe they're going to have a little information about the project. But I think that is really cool and an innovative way to kind of get the word out there. But one thing, the new thing that really excites me about them, and a lot of people aren't talking about it, is what they are doing as far as I'd say they're almost like an index. I know I've given that example before with like Clifford INU and Selena INU, but essentially they're looking for NFT projects, cryptocurrency, stuff like that, just like Clifford INU, to buy, invest in, flip, and then use those profits for buyback and burns, which makes them a hyper deflationary token. And right now, with inflation at all-time highs, and really for the last year or two, it's just been climbing up and up and up. And with everything going on in world politics right now, it's just going to go higher and higher. So having a hyper deflationary token right now is, I could see a lot of people, especially institutional investors, wanting to get into that. So I think that's very impressive what they're doing as far as those regards. In the community, it just keeps growing and growing. So I'm very excited to see what they have in their future. The next project that I want to talk to you guys about is SHIBTORO. Now, what they have going on, which I really like, is that they really, really listen to the community. I mean, this is a very, very, very community heavy project. And what I mean by that is with SHIBTORO, they're donating to different charities. Right when they, a little bit after they came out, they donated $25,000 just to help the Ukrainians and the war that's going on down there, which I think that is really impressive to see them do that, because they weren't even planning to do any charity donations that soon. They had it already built in, like that's one of the fundamental aspects of the project, is that every month they're going to have 3 or 4 different charities that people will vote on in the community, and then they will donate to those charities, which I think is awesome. I love charity projects, and especially with SHIBTORO, it's going to be 100% transparent. Like, you can see exactly where every dollar is going. You can make sure it's all being donated. You can. They're transparent about the. Some people are calling it flexonomics, but it's essentially the tokenomics. But it can be changed at different times for either so they can do promotions. Like, one that they've done a lot is, like, normally you'd get 1-2% reflections if you're a holder, but what they'll do is for like 12 or 16 hours, even 24 hours, they'll do like 5% reflections. And I think that is really cool that they can do that. And the fact they can change the buy tax, the sell tax, the burn, and the marketing, they can, and the reflections, they can essentially not necessarily penalize, but kind of penalize all the whales that might want to buy in real quick, buy a lot of it, and then just dump it once some news is dropped. Because a lot of whales do that, and it really, really can damper or slow down the progress of a project that should be doing a lot better. Because, I mean, if you have enough whales coming in, buying millions and millions of tokens, that can be bad. But if you can, if you know that's going to happen ahead of time, like for a big announcement or something, the whole, a lot of people follow the buy the rumors, sell the news type thing. But if they went into the tokenomics and then they changed it to, like, might sound really high, but a 12% tax or even a 10% tax on sales, but then put like maybe a 1% tax on buys, which would encourage a lot more people to be buying it instead of selling it. And if they do have a sell with that 12% tax, say they're selling, say it's a well with like $1 million worth, they sell that, but because of the tax, they're paying $100,000 in the tax. So one, that wouldn't, to them, that wouldn't look like the best option. But even if they went through with that, that's that much more money that can be used for buybacks and burns, which I think is huge. Not to mention when they come out with the SHIBTORO launch, what they're doing is really, really cool. Okay, so not SHIBTORO launch, SHIBTORO swap. What they're going to be doing with that is 10% of all transactions will be donated to charity, which I really like that, and 90% of all transaction fees and the SHIBTORO swap are going to go to buybacks and burns. So this supply, it started out at 69 sextillion, and it's just, they already burned like 49% of that or so, because they wanted to get rid of all the FUD around one of the wallets that had a lot of holding. So they said, fine, what we're going to do, we're just going to burn it. That's like $1.6 million just burned just to get rid of the FUD behind it. So that was super impressive, I think. And then all the ways they can change the tokenomics. Like I see a lot of projects adopting this in the future and just keeping their tokenomics very flexible, because you can really have a lot of control over the price action potentially, because you can higher or lower the taxes on certain things just when it seems like it'd be more beneficial for the project than for the holders of it. So I really like that. Like I said, the team is so transparent about everything they're doing. They said when they hit about 20 million market cap, they're going to go forward with their trying to get listed on L Bank, and they've already been in talks with them. So I think once they hit that, it will happen. But the developer, he said in a AMA that he'd be willing to, maybe change that to $15 million market cap before they do the L Bank launch. And that is huge, because they will get so much volume and so many more eyes on the project once they do that. So that is going to be just really cool to see how that plays out. And then another thing that this team did that I thought is really cool is they were planning, or in their white paper, you would see, I'm sure it's updated by now, but in Q4 is when they were planning to do their NFTs. In Q2, they already started working on it. They have a lot of ideas, and it's going to be going forward way sooner than they thought. Like, they're not just promising something and then doing it. They're promising something and doing it way before they even thought before what they said they would do. Like, that is so impressive, because there are so many projects right now that are saying we're gonna get on L Bank, we're gonna get on Hotbit, we're gonna get on Bitstamp, we're gonna have a metaverse, we're gonna have a swap, we're gonna have a wallet, and then it never happens half the time. And you see that like every day with so many different projects, but this project, like a lot of the ones that I'm super bullish on, has the philosophy that we build out the community and then we build out the utility, and we never promise something until it's in stone. And I really appreciate that. Also, the full transparency they have, and they just came out with I think it's already dropped, a play to earn game, which is kind of going to be, from what I understand it, like Flappy Birds. I've never played it, but just from what some people would tell me about it, like you're essentially like flying through space, something like that, and you're just tapping on the screen to go up or down just to try to dodge certain stuff. But again, this is a game that they came out with basically to reward the community of all the people that are holding it while they're waiting for other utilities to be dropped, like the SHIBTORO swap, which should be coming out, they say, in Q3, but I mean, depending on what they can pull off, it might even be sooner than that. But so essentially with this game, it wasn't made to be like a super popular, super compelling game. It's just something like a mobile game that's just going to give the holder something to do with the project, but not just something to do. Also, they're going to be giving away $500 a week to the person that has made it the farthest in that game, and then second place is $300, and third place is $200. So $1,000 a week. That is that's awesome. Like what they're doing with that, they're really giving back to the community. And yes, they could have spent months and months, maybe even a year, just trying to come out with their first game, just like a AAA studio type thing. But instead, they went a different route, which I honestly like. They're not going to make people wait forever before the game drops. And they found a way to really give people not a bonus, but a way to earn income as they're holding, investing, and as the supply is being burned and is just growing in value. So I think that is really impressive. With all the exchanges they will have in the future to get listed on, I could see that just pumping them up higher and higher. And if they keep setting, like market cap targets, like we get to 15 million L Bank, we get to 30 million, maybe Bitstamp or something like that. I think that is really good because that's going to give the community some like price targets to try to get to. Um, and yeah, this project has consistently been over delivering. They are so transparent. They're donating to charities monthly. They're giving money away weekly to the community who's playing this game, which I think is really impressive. Not to mention, yeah, it might just be a mobile game, kind of like Flappy Birds, but Flappy Birds was, I can't remember exactly what the number was, but like a $10 million game, something like that, just as far as um, um, downloads and stuff like that. Like I said, I've never played the game. I don't know too much about it. I just know a while back I looked up how much it was worth or revenue that was generated by it, and it was insanely high. Like I couldn't believe it. But that's essentially what I think this game's going to be very similar to, and the fact that they're giving away $1,000 a week to the people participating in it, I think is awesome. They really listen to the community, and and I know I keep saying this, but with the flexonomics, tokenomics, whatever you want to call it, being adjustable, I could see if they do it strategically and make sure to change the adjustments according kind of to the market or whatever they have planned for the future, I could see them making it to where wells can't really, they could dump, but it won't have that much of an effect on it because then they'll get the buyback and the burn from the taxes. So I think they could really do something way different than anything we've seen in cryptocurrency as far as that aspect goes, because when you can adjust the buy tax, the sell tax, the burn tax, reflections, marketing, you can make a huge difference because we know cryptocurrency markets are always ever changing, and this project I think is going to be able to change with them. And I'm just really excited to see what all future stuff they come out with, and I cannot wait till SHIBTORO swap comes out because that is going to be just a lot of burn with that. Plus the 10% for charity. I always like that, but they said they're going to be donating to charity once a month. One of the people in the dev team is looking for 3 to 4 different charities for everyone in the community to vote on every month. So I think that's impressive, and I guarantee if you are a SHIBTORO holder, or just even in the Telegram, I guarantee you could suggest different charities to them, and they would be open to listen and open to have a community-wide discussion about, if you wanna go with this charity or not. So I think that's really cool. They've done so much since they've been out, because they haven't been out long. They've got some exchange listings. They've burned a lot. They have this play to earn game. They're working 2 months ahead of schedule on the NFTs. So yeah, this team is literally over delivering. They're doing something revolutionary with their flexonomics or tokenomics, whatever you want to call it. Um, and then just as transparent as they're going to, or as they are already, as far as donations and stuff like that goes. Because sadly, there are some cryptocurrencies that have a large charity aspect behind their marketing, but none of that money ever goes to a charity. I mean, some of the charities they might mention might not even exist. I mean, there are just so many scammers out there right now. And if you ever get a like if I'm ever asking you in the comment section for like a cash app, or if I'm giving you an exclusive offer, something like that, it probably just means that someone's made a fake, or it will mean someone's made a fake profile for me and they're just trying to scam you. So never give any information away. Never like go to another Telegram and connect your wallet or anything like that, because I've seen a lot of that recently too, and that is just, it's not good. Because for every Telegram, for every Instagram, even some YouTube channels, someone will come along, they'll make a fake version of it and just pretty much try to scam everybody they can, either by sending them, scam tokens into their Trust Wallet or MetaMask or whatever. And yeah, it's horrible how often that happens and how much money some people lose from it. So like rug pulls and honeypots, those aren't the only scams. You have to really watch out and make sure that you're talking to the right person. Um, and then the third one I want to talk to you guys about real quick is Zombie Inu. And now I have a little bit of information for them. So with their NFT drop, what they're going to be giving away, because in I think my last video I forgot to mention two things. So they're going to be dropping $500,000